We are back in black.
I'm in red, but you know.
I'm actually wearing white. We are
I see you're
back
wearing
in
your
white and red.
see you're wearing your Minato shirt today, which is pretty sick.
He's him.
He is him, dude. I can't wait to learn more about him. I want them to come out with his own anime already, so we can learn about the Namakazes.
I've been seeing a lot of the characters in different universes. I'm pretty sure I finally came across a Minato one. I'm gonna double check, but
I think I've seen the. I know what you're talking about, where they put them in different art styles from different anime universes.
Yes.
I think I've seen a Minato one in different universes before.
Where are my saved? There.
Every time though, my favorite, no matter what character they do, is always going to be the Ghibli art style.
Oh yeah, here it is. Oh god, it's so good. I feel like I sent this to you.
You might have, actually. That might have
It's
been
funny.
where I saw it.
He looks like he could be Bakugo's dad in My Hero. I don't know shit about JoJo's, but the art style it's pretty good. It's cool. He looks dope in Dragon Ball.
You mean JoJo's Bizarre Adventures?
Yeah, I don't know anything about it.
I don't know, man. So I remember when I first watched that, I was alone at my place. I think I was drunk when I was watching it, and I love like the first like 2 or 3 seasons, but then after that, JoJo's Bizarre Adventures just get too bizarre for me to keep following. I don't know why, but the art style continuously gets more and more extremely weird. I don't know if I like the newer art styles. I could see why people would like the older ones, but like the newer ones, they're pretty odd.
Yeah.
But
Well, it's definitely very stylized. Like you can tell right away that it's from that anime. And I haven't even watched it, so it's pretty good. Let's see. He looks dope in Dragon Ball. Looks real cool.
bro, he'd
He
clap.
looks
Minato would clap cheeks in Dragon Ball.
I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea the power scaling of that place. But he does look cool in Demon Slayer too. And of course, JJK, it's like more simple, but I don't know. Part of me thinks it'd be cool to see him there too. I feel like he'd be dope. Like his curse technique would obviously be teleporting around.
Yeah, probably. He'd basically be Toto, but without the clapping.
Yeah.
Without the boogie woogie.
Without the boogie woogie. Okay. One Piece is okay. I do like the One Piece art style, but he looks okay. And now, this is the sickest one, is Bleach.
The Bleach one? I could see that.
Dude.
Bleach has such a fantastic art style overall, though.
Well, they did a great job. I guess, like, this would be his Bankai form or whatever, but he's got the 9 tails coming out of his back.
Yeah, that sounds like it would
Robes
be
are all
form.
tattered. Crazy, dude. He looks sick. And I haven't seen One Punch either, but that art style it's pretty cool.
They have, it's funny that the art style is actually solid in One Punch Man, but the main character is just so plain that you wouldn't even know that the rest of the show has a pretty good art style to it.
Yeah, dude. So, okay, I've been playing WoW a lot recently. New expansion just came out, but there's a thing in the game. It's called transmogrification, and you can basically take the gear that you have and you can just make it look like older sets of gear that you've acquired in the past. To like, for whatever reason.
For the aesthetic appeal.
Yeah, because either you don't like the way the new armor looks, or you just really like the way a specific thing looks. Either way, you can go and change the way your character looks, and some people get really, really clever with it. But I saw one recently. It was a One Punch Man. He was a human. He was bald. He had an entire yellow getup on with a red cape. It was sick.
That sounds pretty sick, actually.
It was just funny mainly, but
you're reminding me how long it's been since One Punch Man has released anything new.
How long has it been?
Like years now. We're still waiting on season 3 to come out right now, and I'm pretty upset that it hasn't come out yet. But
is there a reason why?
I don't know. I think a lot of the times it has to do. I think there's a handful of reasons. I think One Punch Man it doesn't suffer from popularity issues, so I don't think that's the problem. Most of the time, the reason why stuff takes forever is because of the popularity issues. But another reason why it could be is production issues. You know, you got to line up a good production studio that has the capacity to do it. You know, there's a handful of production studios, and they're generally all working on different projects at the same time. And you got to think of like, how much manpower do they have to actually work on this project and get it done with the same quality?
I imagine too they would prioritize the ones that make them more money.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe it wasn't making them as much money as other projects. Do you know the studio that was doing it?
Not off the top of my head. You know what? We can just look it up real quick. One Punch Man production company. Here we go. Madhouse. See, apparently it says so. First season had Madhouse, and then they've gone through a couple other ones.
They swapped studios.
Well, it looks like they work with a few different ones. So Madhouse did the first season. JC Staff, the animation studio for seasons 2 and 3. So JC Staff must be working on the latest one. And then they have a whole bunch of other ones that look like they have assisted along the way as well, like Studio Mo and Bandai. So,
okay.
I'm not sure. I'd have to do more research on that one. Yes, but you know, that could actually lead us into some news. There's not a ton of news this week, but there's some really cool stuff that we kind of missed last week, apparently, and I missed it completely, and I just saw it this morning. But I'm gonna save that for last because it's kind of hype. Okay. So one of the pieces of news I found was apparently there's a huge crackdown on anime torrent sites right now. A few days ago, like 10 of the biggest anime torrent sites went down overnight. So it looks like they're trying to get away from the piracy.
Okay.
Which, you know, hey, I don't know how I feel about it because I don't torrent anything, but you know, if we were following Luffy's example, probably be a little upset about it.
Yeah, I had heard something about torrenting. Well, really, it's not so much that. I think it's like when you're paying for a sub to a place. I don't remember how that cut of money goes. Like if you have a Crunchyroll subscription, like how much of that actually gets to the studio?
I actually don't know. That's a good question. I would say
I imagine Crunchyroll probably pay the studio, right? They probably have a contract with the studio.
Yeah, so I imagine it would probably be done like one of two different ways. There would be potentially where they would just pay them outright, like a licensing fee, maybe on a yearly basis. Or it could be like YouTube, where YouTube, if you've got like me, I pay for the premium on YouTube because I hate ads. So when people watch you on YouTube and they have the premium, the way that you get paid is you get paid a percentage you get like a certain amount for every premium watcher you get, rather than ad revenue cents. So it could be where, hey, depending on like how many people are actually watching it who pay for subscriptions, they get a certain revenue cut per view on the episodes that they're releasing.
Okay, that makes sense.
It might be the case where they do a mix of that too, because it's going to be up to whoever owns the license and who's allowing them to stream that anime. It could be where they negotiate, hey, I'll just take a licensing fee up front, or I want a cut of this much depending on how many views I get, because I think this anime is going to pay out more by how many views I get. So
yeah. Yup.
But that's
so crackdown on pirating.
Yep. Crackdown on pirating. Maybe a little more difficult for people to start pirating anime again. Of course, I don't think we're ever going to get rid of pirating. It's been around since basically the beginning of the internet. So
yeah, it's not going anywhere.
The other thing was Terminator Zero dropped. I did start it last night, but I only got like 5 minutes in because it was kind of late and I was ready to go to sleep. And I started it and I was like, this seems cool. However, apparently it's got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes right now. So may have to go check that one out for sure because it's got such a great rating just from the original launch.
This is Netflix?
Yep. It is a Netflix original.
Terminator Zero. Okay. Let me add it to the watch list.
Yep, definitely want to check that one out. And then, last but not least, and I have no idea how neither one of us have heard of it. And if you have heard of it, then I'm sorry, but I just want to talk about it. Apparently, they announced about a week and a half ago, Lord of the Rings is getting an anime film called The War of Rohirrim.
I feel like I heard this somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Not only that, it looks cool. There's a trailer out, so when you get a chance, go watch the trailer because it does look really cool.
Okay.
Coming out in December.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's sick. Dude. Okay. It's a movie or a show?
It's a movie.
Okay.
Yep, it's a movie. It's supposed to be like 200 years before the main story of Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
It's supposed to be 200 years, and it looks like it takes it looks like it takes place in, what is it, Rohan or Rohan? Rohan, yeah, Rohan.
Yeah.
It looks like it takes place around there.
Okay, that's sick. Hell yeah. Yeah, I mean, gosh, there's a lot of IPs that I feel like would make for good anime.
Yeah, that's one I never even thought of either, to be honest.
Yeah. I definitely have. I've definitely thought of it, but it would be cool. I hope they make it a little brutal though.
I imagine it's going to be along the lines of like Vinland Saga. Because before Vinland Saga came out, I probably would have never thought of Lord of the Rings as an anime. But ever since I've watched Vinland Saga, I'm like, yeah, I could definitely see it as an anime now because Vinland Saga was awesome. And just looking at the artwork from the trailer, it looks like it's going to be really good. So
yeah, dude, that's cool. Okay, so let's drop into a bit of a bummer news. Tower of God ended up being ass.
Yeah, I haven't even watched today's episode because last week was just so horrible.
Yeah, I am not watching it anymore. You can tell me all about it. I feel like a good rule is like if the first 5 episodes, I will give some grace there, like the first few to be slow, not up to 5, maybe like 2 episodes of slow. But man, God, I was actually dreading every week having to watch it for the past few weeks. So I'm glad that that's not on me anymore. Like I don't have to worry about it. But yeah, we're not covering that shit. But if you can let me know here and there how it's going.
All right. I'll let you know if it gets any better. I will probably finish out the season and see if it gets any better, but I don't have high hopes. I'm right there with you. I've been getting more and more increasingly disappointed with the series with this whole new season. So
you know what's good though?
What?
Wistoria. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like it. The animation is crispy and the story is pretty good so far. Like pretty basic, but cool and good.
Yeah, they're starting to introduce some new elements into it, which I'm excited for because it was feeling very Harry Potterish, where it was like you're just doing these. There's these big events after big event, but if you did you watch the latest episode?
Yeah. So like they're going into the praxis.
Yes.
Whatever.
Did you watch after the credits?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I actually almost missed it because I just had I finished watching. I was like doing something in my room, and then I heard the outro end, and then it went into something else, and I was like, I kind of was glancing over, and then I saw something happen. I was like, wait, let me rewind and go again. So yeah, that somebody died in a pretty brutal way. So
Yeah. Yep. Well, I think we're about to see some third parties come into play rather than it just being all about the school. I think we're going to start seeing who like the enemies are.
what the story actually
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I thought it was cool too, because like right before that cutscene, they kind of threw a shift in the direction of the show by putting them all on the same team, and they're like, okay, now we're gonna go dungeon diving. Like, okay, cool. None of you get along really, but
To be honest, I didn't see him joining their team. I thought he was going to like flat out decline, but
I'm glad he did, because I feel like him flat out declining would have been a little more
on the nose, a little too on the nose.
Yeah. I think this route opens up more options for the show to go in, instead of it just being, no, those are my adversaries. Like, there could be some cool story beats that come out of this.
Well, I think it also automatically, like right off rip, you're already seeing character growth with him. I think that shows that his character is growing and changing right off the rip, which is good, because a lot of the time shows will get really one noted. Like, I love Black Clover, but Asta is the same person he was at the beginning of Black Clover, and he will be the same person till the end. So
most likely, yeah. I did see people kind of complaining about the manga, the story of Wistoria.
Oh, complaining about the manga?
Yeah.
What'd you see?
Just that they were saying the story wasn't good, and it's basically, you could look at a comment section under almost every Demon Slayer thing, and it probably you could plug it into this comment section.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It's like, oh, carried by animation, the story is mid, story's not good, story fell off, the animation is wasted on this story, shit like that.
Well, to be honest with you, the issue isn't so much with Demon Slayer's story. It's more about their pacing right now. The Demon Slayer story is a good story, and the animation does carry it. Definitely more than the story does. But the biggest issue right now was this last season's pacing. That was the biggest problem.
Last season, I don't even think people are like fully, they don't even count that, because they were saying this before last season, and in the manga it's such a blip in the story that I don't think they really count it when they're saying the story's mid. I think they're talking about start to finish, which the story is good. It's not complex. It's not, it's not overly gripping. It is good. I don't think it's a bad story at all. It's not amazing, but it's good and it's fun.
Yeah, the only thing that I'll say that Demon Slayer has top tier is animation. It's story wise, it is
characters. Like the character designs are cool, and the villain is cool. Like, could have been better, but
yeah.
I mean, the upper moons are cool as shit. But yeah, it's carried by animation for sure.
But I wouldn't say that the story is mid. I wouldn't say it's like, but it's definitely not like on the level of, the greats. It's not going to go down in the history as good as like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood or Bleach. Bleach or Naruto. It's never going to be that good.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it depends on where mid is for you, because you have bad, mid, good, great. What is that? Would that be a fair scale?
What do you have?
Awful, bad, mid, good, great, I think would be.
Awful, bad, mid, good, great. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, mid is supposed to be the middle, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to think of like an anime that I would place like right in the middling. Right now, Wistoria does not feel like a mid anime to me yet. But, I didn't feel that way about Demon Slayer, and this last season definitely pushed it closer to that midsection.
No, I'm just like, and when I rate Demon Slayer, I'm looking at it from start to finish.
Yeah.
Not even discounting. I mean, last season was just, it's not even that it's bad. It just should not have been by itself. It needed to be supplemented to the next part, but whatever. I'm not getting back into
it.
But,
we don't need to unpack all that again.
I don't think it's mid. I think it's good.
Yeah, I think it's in
not
the good
great.
range.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's a good anime. There's nothing really wrong with it. Like, would I like more out of it? Do I want it to be great? Would I prefer it to be great? Yeah, obviously. Like, I would have preferred more expansive storytelling, other shit, which, like I said, I'm not getting into it, but Wistoria, probably in the same boat right now. Like, it's good. Like, it's definitely, it's like good to the point where, like, you see the potential. You see that it's going in a direction that could end up being great, or it could stay good. I mean, it could become mid, whatever, I don't know. But right now, from not knowing anything about it and being, what, like 7 or 8 episodes in, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's on the trajectory of potentially great, but, you could say that about any anime, and then the next season it just, like, plummets, and it could be
Tower
garbage.
of God was bad. On its way, it was bad with a flight booked to terrible. Just, yeah, whatever. Well, okay, and speaking of that, dude, for whatever reason, and I don't know if the webtoon is better, and I feel like it could be, because one of my gripes with the show, the music is terrible, and they never did a good job of setting a good tone for the show at all. Like, outside of it being so fucking boring and nothing actually happening for way too long of a time, like, all of the music was just so bad.
Yeah.
It like gave off this weird, I don't want to say creepy vibe, but I guess kind of, like, it was like bordering on creepy kind of music, and it just didn't fit.
Yeah,
or it was like trying to force it to fit into a box that I don't think it was intended for.
Yeah, the score never really did feel correct for this show. Like, it just never got the tone of the show very well. And it did feel out of place in a lot of ways, for sure. Well, that's behind us now. We can forget about Tower of God until I watch the rest of it and tell you whether or not it gets better.
Yeah, you let me know. But My Hero was better. Okay, so we actually have 2 My Heroes to talk about, because we didn't record last week. This was like a follow-up to that last episode, this most recent one.
Yeah.
And sorry, my brain just blanked. Okay, so Heteromorphs. I told you I didn't like last week's episode. And oh gosh, it's just like characters that, like, I don't really care about that much, and I know that most people that are watching want to see what's happening with the actual main characters / high on the list supporting characters. And when they jump from that to this other thing, it's like, damn it, dude, come on. Like, we should have done this first and then go to all the cool shit. But whatever.
There was a purpose, though.
Yeah. And which last week I didn't see that, but this week rounded it out, and it made last week's episode better.
Yeah,
because of this one existing. But like,
you knew what was happening now. Yeah. You knew what the plan was, and this week's episode cool. got me. It was good, and then once everything set off, once they freed, God, what's that character's name? Why can't I remember his name right now? The warp guy. I can't remember his name.
Something.
But once they freed him, everything changed. Everything changed. That happened. Toga finally took the blood and started, the Sad Man's Death Parade.
Yeah.
Good Lord. Everything changed when that happened. And now the whole tone of the show has shifted for me. Like, before it felt like it was borderline hopeless. Like, everyone was getting their asses beat and there were horrible things going on.
Kurogiri. That's what
Kurogiri, yeah. So when they released Kurogiri and he finally went to go help everybody, that's when the whole war shifted. The whole battle shifted entirely. One thing I do want to point out about this episode that I think I liked the most, though, is how it periodically, this whole season, it has been incorporating the effects of this battle going on around the world. Like when they were talking about, it was like an American broadcast talking about the weather, and they were talking about how because of everything that was happening in Japan, there were like hurricanes coming and like typhoons and stuff. And then the weathercaster, I loved how the weathercaster was like, I don't agree with the government trying to curry favor with All for One.
Yeah.
It's like I'm rebelling against that. I was like, I love that type of stuff, especially in a world where up until this season we felt pretty like isolated to Japan. Now you're starting to see how this is reaching out into the rest of the world and affecting them and how they're reacting, which is cool. Are we how you feeling about Dobby coming back?
Oh gosh. Well, I'm glad he's not gone. I will say I was pretty upset thinking that may have been the actual
end.
climactic end of their fight, and I'm just happy that it wasn't. So I'm excited. I don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, he's there with Endeavor now. Gosh, I don't know. I don't know. Something bad's about to happen though.
Yeah.
Most likely. And I think we're seeing now the seeds being planted of why there's another season. And this isn't the end. It's not looking good.
It's not. It looks like this season's
quite grim, actually.
This season's gonna end on probably a really grim note. Like things are gonna be in a really bad place.
Yeah. I mean, with the Sad Man Parade, the Dobby showing up where Endeavor is. Gosh, dude, I don't know. I mean, my guess is we're gonna lose Endeavor, or we're gonna lose Hawks, or maybe both.
I think Endeavor definitely. We may not lose Endeavor this season. That may be how the season ends, but we may not lose him this season. I do think by the end of the series, Endeavor dies. Like,
yeah, I don't think he survives the show. I don't think All Might survives the show. I don't think Dobby is gonna make it. Hawks, I don't know. I could see him living, but I could also see him dying.
Yeah.
They need to start killing off characters, though.
They do. They definitely need to start killing some people off.
I think they should have already done it a little bit. Like last season would have been good, like one or two. But yeah, you got to start killing folks. You can't just.
I think there's only one character I know. There's only two characters I know were just completely killed off.
Yeah, not a
Night
lot.
Night Eye, and Twice.
Yeah.
Which he's not even completely killed off because Toga's now embodying him right now and basically gonna invade the world.
Yeah, you have to kill off characters though. You can't.
Yeah.
It makes stories more impactful.
In a show like this, you do for sure.
Yeah, when there's an actual threat of people dying. Otherwise, you're just sitting there watching cool explosions go off and not actually worrying or having attachment to anyone. So yeah, gosh, Dobby's definitely gone too. I mean, he's killing himself just by being on fire right now. But yeah, it's cool though.
I think Dobby. Oh, I was just gonna say, I think Dobby's definitely got to go. This
yeah.
He can't survive. He's like
No.
been wearing out his body so much.
Right.
They even said this episode, it's like, this isn't just like sheer willpower. We don't understand how he's still moving. He shouldn't be able to.
Yep. Oh man, that is gonna be so tragic. They tried to kill Bakugo, but not really.
Yeah, we didn't.
Gone, bro.
We didn't even get to see any of that, but I think in the next episode or two, you know what?
Did we know what episode we're on?
Let's
see what number.
17, I think. 17 or 18.
Like 15.
15.
Yes, 4, 8, 12, 15. Yep.
Okay.
So we got
7 more episodes.
7 more. Okay.
Or 6 more episodes, because I think there's 21 or 22 this season. I can't remember.
Okay. Okay.
Actually, it is 21. I remember now because they took the mid-season break at 9, and then I remember reading that they were going to be doing 12 more episodes. So should be 21.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Well,
I think we may not even see any update to. I don't know if we're going to see the update to the fight between Deku Shigaraki and what's going on with Bakugo next episode. I feel like next episode is going to be heavily focused on Dabi, the Deathman Parade, and Endeavor. I think they're going to go back to Hawk and Endeavor and All for One and Dabi. I think that's going to be the focus there.
okay. Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that. Dude, so I was perusing Crunchyroll earlier, and I don't know if I had just never seen it before or if it was just recently added, but Dead Man Wonderland is on Crunchyroll. And I was gonna rewatch it. It's the first anime that I had ever seen from like, start to in quotes finish.
Yeah. That's one that we should probably read the manga for.
Yeah. I think what I'm gonna do is rewatch season 1, and then I'd read the manga. Because I mean, what do you think the chances are that they're gonna redo the show?
I don't know. I was actually just about to see if they have any announcements on like a remake. It doesn't look like they have any announcements on it. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any chance of them doing a remake right now. So,
did you say that the One Piece remake is soon?
Yeah, I believe the One Piece is what they're calling it, by the way, because the other one's just called One Piece. But the new remake is going to be called The One Piece. And from my understanding, I believe the new episodes are going to start airing in, I think, October or November this year.
Okay. The One Piece special announcement. What is this? This was back in December of 23. There's no date though, is there? Okay. I don't know, man. That's exciting though.
Yep. I'm waiting for it though, because I just want to restart it so the pacing's better. I don't have to climb that mountain.
That's a lot.
It's a lot, man. Me and you are actually anime wise when it comes to One Piece. We're generally in the same spot, I think. Because you had just finished the whole thing with Gator, right? Or Crocodile.
Yes, Crocodile.
That whole arc, that was
Florida
the last
Man. We'll call him
the Florida Man. It's so great. I've never even thought about that, but honestly, when he's not turning himself into sand, he kind of does look like a Florida Man.
He's a little fucking crazy looking.
He looks like a crazy dude who just walked out of Miami.
Yeah, I'm right at the end. And honestly, I need to go ahead and just finish that arc. I'm probably 4 episodes off of being done with it.
Yeah.
I may as well. Just to have it completionist, like, yes, I watched up to here, and then then I can vibe. All right, this says an update on the anime remake of One Piece was announced at One Piece Day 2024, which took place August 9th through the 11th. That hasn't happened yet.
Huh?
It's saying okay, maybe
August 9th through the 11th was last month.
Oh my god, we are in September.
Did you just look at the date and think we were in August 1st?
Holy shit. Okay, it actually happened. It wasn't. It is in the past. Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay, so this says remake will be produced by WIT Studio. Let's see. To do the remake, we'll recreate the story. Okay, yes, I get that, but when?
Yeah, it may not be this year, maybe next year. I thought I had heard something about it coming out this year. It may be next year though. But it has been
speculation that it's next year.
But the major point is we know it's coming. and that's what I'm waiting for, is for that
Yeah.
to start coming out, because it's supposed to, from what I heard, it's supposed to take like what's out currently and condense it down to like 30%, because they're going to be removing all the filler, all the bad pacing, all the extra shit, and just really making the pacing 10 times better for it. So
Yeah.
it'll make it to where it's about the size of Naruto, I think. Make it like 300, 400 episodes, maybe 500 at the most.
Good. That's still plenty. That's a lot.
Much more easily consumed than what's out right now, at least.
Yeah. Yeah. Gosh.
It's funny that I don't know if there's ever been a time where a show is still currently being released and still currently being written where they decide to remake it and have the remake run concurrently with the current show.
Yeah, this will be the first, right?
I think this is the only one I've ever heard of where they'll do that. And then my next question is, how many shows are they going to go up to? Are they going to go up to present day and then it's just going to catch up and then you just start watching the weekly releases of the newest episodes?
There's no way they're gonna catch up before Buddy is done, right? There's just, that seems.
It does seem extreme. Yeah, I don't think it. Well, you know, he says. I think he said he was only like. He was like 60 to 80% of the way through, but that still means he's got like 4 or 5 more years of writing. If you're talking about percentage-wise and how long this has been going on, that means there's still 4 or 5 more years of content for him to create. So
That's insane.
yeah.
That is actually insane.
Yep.
Okay. Well, let me find where I was. Alabasta. There you are. Good grief.
Alabasta.
Yeah, I'm real close, dude. Real close.
Yep. Well, you might as well finish that sucker.
Yeah. Yeah, we going to. I might even do it today, actually. We also have Dragon Ball at some point when we talk to Taylor.
Yeah,
boy
when we
Taylor.
decide we want to. So we're planning on doing some future podcast episodes where we deep dive into some different topics like Pokemon, Dragon Ball, get some people on that some friends of ours who are really deep into those specific topics, and our buddy Taylor is probably the closest thing to a foremost expert on Dragon Ball in our friend group. So we're gonna have to binge watch all of it.
Definitely the enjoyer, for sure. Which, I mean, it's probably not quite 300 episodes. I actually don't know how many it is.
If you're
100
including Super and Dragon Ball Z Kai, which I think are the primary ones we would probably have to watch, because there are some that are like Dragon Ball Z GT. I think that is not technically canon. I think that was like a series that they eventually just wasn't considered canon.
Yeah, he told me to watch Kai.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z Kai is basically it's basically the One Piece for Dragon Ball.
Okay.
Because
167.
Yeah, because the original one, like there would be major fights, and like it would be 5 episodes long for one fight, and 70% of the episode would be them talking while floating in the sky instead of actual fights going on. So they made Dragon Ball Z Kai to kind of condense everything and fill it up, and it's, like I said, it's the One Piece to One Piece, basically.
Okay.
So we'll watch that, and we'll watch Dragon Ball Z Super, which, to be honest, I've been seeing shorts of Dragon Ball Z Super online, and it's been making me want to watch Dragon Ball Z Super. But I don't feel right jumping to Super until I've like fully completed the original anyways.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But, well, I think that's basically all I had anime-wise today. I don't have any major fitness updates. I've just been cutting, and I've lost like 7 pounds in the past 3 weeks. Yeah, so nice. Trying to get down to 165 before my cruise.
Nice. I I don't have any updates, just regular maintenance stuff going on.
Yeah, I've been looking at your Instagram, posted pictures of oats and chocolate and honey and all that. It looked delicious. I was looking at it, I was like, God, I wish I was eating that right now.
Yeah, I've been perfecting the yogurt bowl.
Yeah.
It's been through different iterations. Right now it's just plain non-fat Greek yogurt, oats, dates, blueberries, dark chocolate, like chips, honey, almond butter. That's the current masterpiece. Right
Sounds
now.
pretty good.
Dude, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. And it's about 30-ish grams of protein.
To be honest,
it's a nice snack.
I feel like a lot of people sleep on how good oats are. One of my favorite things to do is make a ton of overnight oats and just have them ready to go for like a quick breakfast right after my workout in the morning. It's awesome.
It's nice. It's real nice and very convenient too.
Yep.
And pretty filling if you need some extra calories.
Yep. It's a good way to start your day. Great way to stay in shape, you know?
Great way to stay in shape. Yep. Well, hell yeah, bro. Well, I'm excited for some new anime shit.
Yep. We got a lot coming up in October.
Good.
Yeah.
We need to talk to Taylor.
Yeah, we got to talk to Taylor. We got Bleach coming up in October. We got, I think, Solo Leveling's coming up in October too, right? I think season 2 drops in October, doesn't it? Is it October or November?
It's this fall.
Yeah.
What I know.
Yeah.
Which, damn. Okay, we will be eating good soon because we probably have 5 or 6 weeks left of My Hero, so that'll be about good timing actually.
Yeah, it'll be about perfect time. We'll get 5 or 6 weeks. We'll probably get like a week break in between everything. That would actually be probably like the perfect week to do the Dragon Ball stuff if we start now. But do
you think so? We would have.
Oh, you know what? I'm getting ahead of myself because that's a lot of episodes to watch. that's a lot.
I would say we would have roughly, if we started this week, we'd have about 6 weeks or so to get. I mean, that's
doable, but
it's doable. And if I know that I have someone that I'm doing it with, it might make it
easier,
better. Yeah. Well, and to be fair, I do like Dragon Ball. I have seen it growing up as a kid, so watching it in an actual timeline order would not hurt, I don't think.
I think we just have to watch it like you did Naruto, where you did like 1.25 speed or 1.5 speed, and just.
I was watching it at work. I had it on. No, this is so bad. I had it on my dash, just like, and a lot of it I was listening to. There were like a streak of episodes where like not a lot's going on, but you still got to get through it for the story. So it's like you're listening to a lot of it. But yeah, that was also during my slow season, so I was able to. I had a lot of downtime in between, appointments and such. So
yeah,
you have time to sit there and consume media.
It's funny that you got paid to watch Naruto. It's
80 episodes in a week.
Mr. Beast actually did you ever hear his story about how he watched Naruto?
No.
So Mr. Beast apparently was like, he's like, I gotta watch this, it's something that I want to do, but his schedule is crazy because he does all this stuff and he's always making videos and he's always doing stuff. So that. Did you ever see the video where he says Logan Paul's name over and over? It may have been that one, or where he just counts to 1 million or whatever.
I haven't seen him.
So he does a video where he just says where he just counts. He just counts till he hits 1 million or something. The entire time he was in an interview saying the entire time he was doing that video, he was watching Naruto, and he just had it in the background watching Naruto while he was counting, so that he could make money while watching the show. So I was like, it's funny that you were sitting there watching Naruto on the job, getting paid for it.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a good life.
It's a good life.
It's a good life we live. A lot of people take it for granted. I'm getting paid to watch Naruto.
Oh, yeah. So, well, I think that's it for me this week, brother.
Yep, same. Yeah. Let's have a good week. See y'all on the other side. Peace.
Thanks for listening to the Hidden Online podcast. If you enjoyed this content, please subscribe, comment, and like this video for more. You can also find us on Spotify and Instagram at Hidden Online Podcast.